everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about some beauty classics that I have never tried. The first item that I have never tried is the Beauty Blender. You know, the pretty pink egg-shaped sponge. It's just too expensive for me. It is a sponge. Here in Canada, this sponge will set you back $26. That is just something I am not willing to spend, no matter how curious I am on the product and how amazing it might be. I'm not going to spend $26 on a sponge. A sponge, people! A sponge! I mean, I've heard that it's, you know, incomparable to some other products, and, you know, then there's some other ones that are sneaking up that people are like, oh, this is really close to it. Or people are like, no, I prefer these ones more. And it's just one of those items I can't, in good conscience, fork out that kind of money for a sponge. Oh my goodness, no. Especially, it's not like it's a brush. It's not something that you can clean and use, you know, for who knows how long. A good brush might set you back a little bit of money, but it's something that you could potentially have for years and years and years if you take care of it. A sponge, I think the recommended time frame for it is like 3 months if you're using it every day, and then you're supposed to get rid of it. Now, I do use sponges. I have used other ones. I have tried the Real Techniques one. I've tried the Eco Tools one. I've tried the Pure ones. I've tried a whole bunch off of eBay and Amazon and that sort of thing. And I do have one that I really, really like. Now, my favorite sponge are these black ones right here. It is dirty right now, but this is the Emax Design sponge, and I got it off of Amazon. And it is a 3-pack that retails for $11.99 Canadian and free shipping if you're a Prime member, because they are part of Prime as well. So, yay for that. The Amazon.ca website does have 111 people that rated it, and it is a 4 out of 5 rating. So based on the amount of people that rated it and the rating that it does have and just some of the reviews that it had, I decided to give this one a try. Like I said, it is a 3-piece set. You get a big one, a medium-sized one, and this baby one, which this one is pretty hard even when you wet it. It does get bigger, but this one isn't my favorite out of the set. It's okay, but definitely not my favorite. But these two are pretty comparable in their softness. They do get quite a bit larger, but I just love the texture of them. I love the feeling of them. They do feel very different than the Eco Tools one and the Real Techniques ones that I have. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. From the reviews, a few people did comment that this was very comparable to the feeling of the Beauty Blender, so I'm not sure if that's why it's so different, is because it's kind of like that. Again, I've never tried the Beauty Blender, so I don't know. But I'm very happy with these, and I have no desire to try the Beauty Blender because I can get 3 of these for $11.99, and I can only get 1 Beauty Blender for $26. And this is better for my money, and I like how it works. So if you don't want to try the Beauty Blender, I would recommend giving these guys a try. Like I said, 3-piece set, $11.99, available in Canada on Prime, and it is available on the American Amazon as well, because I did look it up for somebody else. I'm not sure the price, but it's probably cheaper because you Americans get everything cheaper than us anyway. So check it out. You don't want to buy a Beauty Blender. These are good. The next item that is a classic that I have never tried is a MAC lipstick. You know, the classic bullet lipstick that they have. It's just something I have never gotten around to actually trying. And one of the main reasons is we have never had a MAC store in my area. One recently opened. I saw it around Christmas time. I'm not sure exactly when that store opened in a local mall here. So I have ventured in there once or twice, but not long enough to actually, you know, pick out a lipstick or anything. I did get Fix Plus, which magic in a bottle. I like that. But I never actually had the opportunity to go out and swatch the lipsticks and that sort of thing. And it wasn't something that I wanted to spend that money on and not be able to actually check if I liked it or not. I have a hard time with lipsticks finding ones that I actually think will look good on me, so I want to swatch it before I actually have it, because sometimes when I've bought them online, or just any lipstick in general online, I'll get it and then I put it on and I'm like, this is awful, I don't like it, it's too dark, it's too bright, it's too this, it's too that. I'm kind of picky when it comes to my lipstick colors. It's not something that I'm always comfortable going out with a bold color on, or something that I don't feel looks the best for me and my skin tone. So for that reason, I had never tried a MAC lipstick. The other reason I've never tried it is I've never really felt the need. I find the drugstore, out of probably anything that they sell. Lipsticks are pretty comparable with high-end stuff in a lot of ways. Not necessarily liquid lipsticks, but when we're talking bullet lipsticks, I mean, you go and look at the Maybelline selection and they've got every kind of finish and they have every kind of color that you could think of pretty much. And the formulas are nice. They last well, they wear well. Across the board, most people have a really high opinion of those lipsticks. L'Oreal makes good lipsticks. I tend to stay away from them because I don't like the taste and the smell of those ones. But like, I don't know, Revlon, L'Oreal, CoverGirl, Maybelline, all of them make fantastic lipsticks. Why would I spend like 3 times the price on a MAC lipstick when I can get something probably just as good for me from the drugstore? So for me, the main reasons why I have never purchased a MAC lipstick was I never had the opportunity to actually go in and see them in person before I bought it. And now that I do, I don't know if I would, just because I can get affordable things from the drugstore that I like just as much. The next item that I have never tried is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And one of the main reasons I haven't tried it is because of the name. When I think of the name Double Wear, for whatever reason, I just think that it's thick and heavy, and it doesn't make me want to put that on my face. I don't know. It's just the name makes me think that it's not going to look good and that it's going to look cakey and that it's not, I don't know, that I'm going to feel sweaty and it's going to be, I don't know. That's just what the name Double Wear kind of brings to my mind when I think of it. And so for that alone, that is the only reason why I have not bought that product. I mean, it's expensive, but I mean, that's also holding me back. But I mean, so many people swear by it and how good it is. I just can't go and fork the money out for something when the name of it alone just makes me kind of cringe. It doesn't make me want to put it on my face. It doesn't inspire confidence in the product in any way, shape, or form. I know I could go in and get a sample of it and try it out. I have no desire to. And again, it's just because of the name. The next item that I have never tried is the holy grail to so many people, Tarte Shapetape. And I'm talking about the and I'm talking about the actual concealer, not the foundation that just came out, but the concealer. Everyone has raved about this for the last year or so. So many people say it's their holy grail and it's their favorite. I have never tried it. Here in Canada, it is not available. We can't just pick it up in a store. We can't go swatch it. We can't do anything like that. We have to order it from Ulta or from the Tarte website. There might be other places as well, but for the most part, that's where we have to go to get it. I believe it's around $27 to $30 American there at Ulta and on the website. I'm not completely sure. I know the price went up recently, so I'm not sure what it's at now. But that's expensive just in US dollars, but if I convert that to Canadian dollars, that's closer to 35 Canadian dollars. That doesn't include shipping and that doesn't count taxes and duties that I might end up paying on that. So we're talking about probably closer to a $40 to $50 concealer. Not happening. Not spending that, especially on something I can't try out ahead of time to see if I actually like. It's not easy to return it. I don't even know if it's even possible to, well, I'm sure it's possible, but I'm sure it's a pain in the butt to try and get it back over the border and back to Ulta or to Tarte if it's something that I don't like and I don't enjoy. So for that reason, it is just completely off the table. If it ever became available here in Canada in a store where I could check it out and check the shades and if I didn't like it, actually return it, then yeah, it's something I would maybe try out. But again, it would depend on the price, because if you're selling it in the States for $27 and it's going to be like $35, $40 here, I'm not sure that I can justify, especially when I'm more than happy with a lot of other concealers that I can easily get here. The next item that I have never tried is actually kind of a set of items by two would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products as well as the Benefit brow products. Now, I will say in both cases I have tried like their brow gels, but that's it. I've never tried anything that's like a color pomade or a pencil or anything. And again, for the most part, a lot of it is the pricing. Now, these products I can get here in Canada. I can get them at Sephora. Benefit I can get at Shoppers Drug Mart as well. So getting them isn't an issue. If I don't like them, returning them isn't an issue either. It's just they're kind of expensive for what they are, and my brows have never been that much of a priority for me that I felt the need to go out and do that until recently. I got my most current BoxyCharm, and I got this Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. Now, if you don't get BoxyCharm, you don't know what this is. But if you do, some people said they love it. Some people said they hate it. I personally really, really, really love how this wears. It's basically like an eyebrow cream, and it's in the bottom of this thing here, this little cap. And the other side of this cap, you get a brush. Now, the brush itself, I don't like. I don't like how it goes in my brows. It's too bushy for me. It doesn't work well. But this cream, I really, really like it. But again, I don't know if I can get this in Canada, and you only get like a little bit in here and then it's gone, and it's not cheap according to the BoxyCharm card. I just dropped it. Not the product, the brush. Now, I can't remember what the BoxyCharm card said that it was or how expensive this product was, but it wasn't very cheap. And again, if I'm going to purchase this, chances are I'm going to have to pay shipping and taxes and duties to get it over the border. So it makes it even more expensive. But going back to my Anastasia Beverly Hills and benefit talk that I was having, someone had mentioned that this brow cream is very, very similar to the Benefit Brow, which I have never tried. But because I like this so much, I am very tempted to go out and try the Brow once this is done. And Sephora now has a mini size of the Brow for $17 Canadian, which makes me so happy because then I can actually try it to see if I like it before I go and spend a whole pile of money on it. And maybe, I wonder if Shoppers Drug Mart has the mini of it. That would be even better because then I can get my optimal. Because of this product here that I got, it makes me want to go out and try the Brow because I really, really like this. I've tried a few different pomades just from the drugstore. I've tried the e.l.f. one, and I've tried, what other one? An Essence one, and I've tried one other one. I can't remember what it is. And they're good, and I like them, but I hadn't tried this. And then I tried this, and I was like, oh, this is so much better. I like it so much. So if the Brow is comparable to this, I am willing to spend the money on it. Even a full size, even if it didn't have the mini, I would still be willing to buy it. So I'm happy I got this because now I might actually go and try the Benefit Brow product. Not the ABH ones, but the Benefit ones, yeah, I might give those ones a try. But I still haven't tried them yet, just because I didn't know what I was missing. But now I kind of do. The next items that I have never tried are the Naked palettes by Urban Decay. I haven't tried Naked 1, 2, 3. I haven't tried the Smoky. I haven't tried the Heat. I haven't tried the Basics. I haven't tried the Ultimate. I haven't tried any of them. And for the main reason is they don't speak to me. I'm not a neutral. You can have a completely neutral palette, but if you at least throw like one jewel tone color in there, I'm going to be all over that. I'm going to be super interested. And so for that reason alone, these palettes just did nothing for me. I was sort of interested in the Naked Heat, but it was just all too much of the same thing. And I'm not a huge red person. I just find when I wear a lot of reds, my eyes look like my allergies are acting up, and it's not always a pretty situation, so it's kind of hard for me to work with those colors. I have to be careful. So the Naked Heat, although it had like the most potential to catch my eye, it didn't, just because of the color of the palette. But the rest were all just too kind of boring and blah for me, and that's why I never tried them. And honestly, a lot of the reviews on them that other people were giving was kind of hit and miss, especially when they go back to them now. I mean, the formulas of other eyeshadows have come so far compared to what those were. They were great in their time, but now so many other things are coming out that are so good, and some of them are a lot more affordable. So for that reason, I've never tried a Naked palette. I don't know if they'll ever come out with one that, you know, catches my eye or anything, because the point of the Naked palettes is that they are just like, they are naked. They are, you know, stripped down basic kind of palettes to give you those natural looks that you can build up and do other things with, but they're not meant to be, you know, those shocking, vibrant things. That's why they come out with other palettes like the Born to Run palette or their Electric palette and those sort of things. But the actual Naked palettes, I've never gravitated towards them. They've never really been something that have caught my eye, and so I have never tried a Naked palette. And the last item that I have never tried is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And honestly, it's kind of the price that kept me away from it, just because here in Canada it's around $18 to $20 depending on where you go to get it. And yeah, I had other ones in my collection that I've been using that I'm happy with, so even though it's been hyped up, it's something that I never actually went and picked up. When they came out with that palette with the bronzer and a few other items, I was very interested in that. And then they came out with a second kind of box set with it, and I was interested in that as well, but none of that ever came to Canada, so I wasn't able to get my hands on it. It is something that I am interested in trying, and I might once I'm out of, you know, one of the bronzers that I'm using right now. Once that runs out, maybe when I need to replace my bronzer, it'll be something that I actually go and pick up. For now, it is not something that I have ever tried, but it is definitely not something that I am opposed to going out and purchasing in the future, just because everyone seems to love it and sing high praises for it. So why not? Why not give it a try? It definitely isn't as expensive as a lot of the other items on my list. Most of these other items are super pricey, whether you can get them here in Canada or not. So it is something that is available. I can find it easily. A lot of stores do carry it. It's just something I've never brought into my collection, but yeah, maybe someday I will. And that is it for today, everyone. If there are some classics that you haven't tried yet, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what items they are and maybe the reasons why you haven't tried them. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that like button. I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.